Yo, first we got an eye, then a fairy, oh my, it's a weird bloody ball. Then a mouth that's saying hey, then a mouth that's saying nay, then a mouth that's fused together, and a cloud for stormy weather, and a shadow that keeps us together. Then we've got a finger on a stick that it's made of bits of bone. Oh my god, that is actually a snapped off finger. Forget the rap is done. Then again, the rap never begun because I suck at rapping, son. Welcome to Synergy Lab, everybody, where we are dedicated to creating the very best, visually incredibly awesome, amazing, powerful, unique, and cool synergies that Isaac has to offer. And today I want to go with this new needly item because it's really cool. Now, what we do need is a lot of luck, 15 luck to be precise, because what this little bad boy does is has a chance to turn each of your shots into a syringe shot. You see that one there? And if the syringe shot collides and kills a target, well, what happens? They explode in a Tammy's head-like barrage of needles, and it's very, very cool. And I've been wanting to do something with this for a while. I've been really wanting to use the needles in a creative way. Let's all focus on what you know that I meant there. So you're seeing the burst come out, and it's very, very cool. And the needle shops do triple damage as well. So the inspiration that I had was actually a horrible dream that I had last night. And have you ever been inside a medicine factory? So I imagine there was like a facility that was producing loads of like vials and cylinders and weird needles full of various liquids. Like we're in the future and everything was curable with like you just get this and inject it and then you're fine. You got pain in your back, you inject it in your spine and then you're fine. You got pain in your arm, you inject your arm and then you're fine. You got pain in your leg, you inject your hand and then you're fine. You know, that kind of dealio. And in that society, what would happen? What would happen if there was a huge disaster? What if in this weird liquid fixing facility, and you know, it could also fix mental stuff like you're feeling stressed, have an injection in your spine. It varies where you get injected. Normally it's your spine or your hand, I think is what I'm going for. And an explosion happens and then suddenly you've got needles flying everywhere, and then I had the kind of moment of imagine being stuck in a room when loads of needles filled with random mysterious liquids get exploded and whoosh, outwards and are flying all over the place, and you've got to duck, dip, and dive. You're going to be like stabbed and injected with various liquids. Oh, that freaks me out to think about, but it's what I am going to inflict upon my enemies today. So we're going to have to get continued lookups because it's very difficult to reach the kind of luck that makes this as amazing as I want it to be. So for now, let's continue on. I just love the little poppy explosion. And the thing is, once you get enough luck, the explosion of tears will also become more needles. So you can imagine how that ends up propagating, and it's very, very cool. Alright, looking good. Got that going on. That is fine. And let's get even more luck. I never realized until I was experimenting for this one that magic SCAB gives you luck. I mean, technically, I did realize. I just never really realized, I guess. Is that the way to say it? Might be the way to say it. That's fine. Alright, so we're also going to grab ourselves Mutant Spider, Inner Eye, and 2020 and start really firing. Oh, we still got a fairly decent amount of tears here. It's very weird that we're not seeing more needles, though. I would have expected more needles at this stage, but that's okay. We can deal. Damn it, you can't stab a stone statue. And basically, in my dream, I'm caught in this factory, and I get exploded, and I'm trying to dodge, but I accidentally get injected by loads of mysterious liquids, which of course give me superpowers, and then I take over the world by teleporting all of the world leaders into a room and asking nicely if they will let me rule the world. I'm not kidding. My dream self was like, guys, please, can I rule the world? I don't know what I was thinking. I feel like maybe I was trying to go menacing, but you know, I feel like your parents kind of lied to you, you know? I'm just saying, like, your parents are probably lovely people. Mine are lovely people. But I feel like when they told you if you're polite, you're gonna get your way, I think they were lying, because I think there's some things that no matter how polite you are, it's still not gonna quite go down for you. I think it's still gonna have some slight chance to maybe go wrong. Like, if you're about to get stabbed, why do I always go to being stabbed? Have you noticed that stabbing comes up a lot when you're around me? Have you noticed that? Because I have. Either way, if you're about to be stabbed, I don't think you can really go, please sir, could you not stab me more? I don't think it quite occurs like that, so there we have it. Alright, well, let's go get our ridiculousness on, and in order to get our ridiculous on, we're gonna have to do some fun in the sun. If you recognize this, then I love you. Seriously, I love you. I will find you. And I will make you mine. Because after all, stalking is just a deep form of love, right? That holds up in court. And I realize not much has happened yet. We've just got a fair amount of tears, and we've just got the needle modifier going in, but that's okay. Oh, by the way, this was actually going to be a synergy that I want to do, but I'm not sure how best to do it. I want to do a fly-based synergy, because there's lots of cool new fly items. Would you guys like a synergy lab where we literally just have every fly item in the game and spider item and just become Lord of the Insects? Would that be something you want? Because I didn't want to just do it in case it's just lazy or something, but I think there's a lot of potential for that being just straight badass. I really, really do feel like way. I do feel like way. Would you like the Injection Society, where you can just fix anything by injecting it? What if there was a negative side effect? Oh, you can fix anything that's wrong with you. Okay, you can fix anything that's wrong with you. But there will 100% be a side effect. Just one, specifically one side effect from what you are being injected with. It will cure what you want it to cure, even if you're blind or you've got a broken leg. Whatever it is, any extreme, it will cure it. But there will be one random side effect that you won't know about until it develops. It could be anything from an itchy nose to you will be inflicted with anti-luck, and everything that could go wrong is going to go wrong for you very, very shortly. That's the thing that I think would be worth it. Would you take the risk? If you had a broken leg, would you take the risk of an instant fix, knowing that there's a chance it might completely screw you over? I mean, I guess it's whether you find that worth it or not. Ain't that right, Gertie? I think you'd take one so you could fix that weird fleshy body, because it can't be good. You can't expose your meat to the open air. God damn it, I'm supposed to be an adult. You just can't do it, because otherwise it's gonna like weirdly dry out, it's gonna infect really quickly, your body can't adequately protect it. It's why you gotta cover cuts up, you know, you can't have exposed meat to the air, otherwise it's gonna die. So Gertie Jr., you should walk in the room and you should get a kill me. That's all that should happen there, and you slowly and surely, well, euthanize him, considering that's the item that we're working with. How good does that look, by the way, when it fires out? Look at that. Boom, boom, boom. Obviously, right now is not where I'm going, but I do absolutely love how the back of the syringe makes a kind of really nice line. So we're going to take our soy milk just to get rid of a load of damage. Now we really have got ourselves quite the little turret of needles, which I really, really enjoy, so that's cool. Let's keep it going. So the explosion in the medicine factory is slowly forming. That's what it is. Oh, you know what the finger makes me think of? The item, the finger, whatever it does. Imagine if you had a, I guess you could call it a superpower. It's a little bit weird, but you could, technically speaking, call it a superpower. What if you could turn your finger into anything and then it drops off and then you have it. And it's got to be, you know, roughly the right size. So let's say I wanted some gold. I could will my... What was that? What boss did I just face? I'm kind of glad I killed it instantly, because I don't want that spoiled for me in a synergy lab. That was cool. Looked very cool. I kind of get Super Ragman impressions, but I legitimately saw freaking nothing there. Absolutely nothing. We really... Oh! Hang on. Sorry about that sudden random I am back. I thought I'd forgot a thing, but as it turned out, I'd not forgot a thing, so we're all good. So we're in this current state, which I really like. Now, I know we're doing the Void thing, and I like the Void thing. It gives us access to so many things we couldn't before, like this, which looks basically like a minigun of the needles firing out like from each direction, and that's pretty fantastic. I've gone down to just 2020 this time, and by the way, I love it when we shake. Gotta shake that thing, Isaac. I bet you never thought you'd see Isaac shaking his thing and love it so much. And don't you lie, because I know that you love it. Okay. What was I talking about? Oh yeah, fingers. Alright, so, your finger has the power to grow into something and then break off. So if I wanted gold, my finger would turn gold and then break off. And then it would take a week to grow back. And you could do this with each of your fingers. So that would give you 10 if we're going to include thumbs. Do we include thumbs? Do we give the thumb the right of being a finger? Do we do that, or do we just let it rot? Let it rot in whatever hell the thumb came from. Although I guess, to be fair, the thumb is necessary for a lot of the movements that we, you know, as people do, so perhaps it's probably best for it to be kept around, because it's actually kind of, in fact, thinking about it, praise the thumb! Why is there not a religion dedicated to celebrating the glory of the thumb? Think about what the thumb lets us do. Without the thumb, we wouldn't have the internet. That's right, you have the internet to thank for the thumb, and I've seen the stuff you get up onto the internet, Harry, and it's fucking weird. But you wouldn't have that without your thumbs. Look at your thumbs. It's going to be really awkward if someone watching actually doesn't have thumbs, but I'm pretty sure that they'll be okay. I'll give them a thumbs up to check. Is that offensive? Can you give thumbs up to people without thumbs? Is that allowed? I'm not sure. I'm not sure. If I was an adult, no, I'm not gonna go. I'm not gonna offend more people. Okay, we're not trying to break the record. But either way, your finger can turn into a thing. Let's say you want it a pen. It turns into a pen and drops off. But then you gotta wait a week till you get the finger back. Obviously, you'd use your little fingers because we don't even really need little fingers, so that's fine. All right, let's grab ourselves bouncy tears, and now we get an instant impression of why I like this. Look at the amount of stuff in the air. Is that not insane? It just looks like a swarm of bees, not the bees! It actually does look like a swarm of bees. The explosion has happened in the factory. It's not crazy, but it's delicate, and I love it. So, we're going to grab ourselves analog stick, and then we could just slowly go around and end up in a situation. Look at it! The bees! Oh my god, the bees! I love it so much, I really do. One finishing touch that we do need, because, you know, we're practically there with this, is the sticky bombs. And there we go. We've got different textures in the swarm. We've got the small workers, when we've got ourselves the bigger black ones that are like more threatening to you because they're a lot more dangerous. And these just works together to make this. I just realized what I said. Oh no, look at it! Does it not look like a swarm of bees? Holy crap, I made a swarm of bee stings in Isaac! And we take the sticky thing so that the needle can actually, you know, stick in someone and slowly explode. Alright, I kind of take it back. This might just be, instead of the explosion in the medicine factory, I might have genuinely made a swarm of bees. Look at this! I never noticed this in testing. Oh my god, I made an actual swarm of bees. I'm so happy. Like, I'm just so genuinely happy about this. That's wonderful. A freaking swarm of bees. See, the part of me does wonder, because I didn't think that the trinkets really enhance this too much. But at the same time, I do kind of want to see what it looks like if we have this going on. But first, I need to cut my head off, because we need to fly like the bee that we've become. Although becoming a bee would kind of suck, because it's a really non-threatening insect that people kind of like, so you wouldn't really get much out of it. So if we made our bees wiggle waggle, wiggle waggle, wiggle waggle, it doesn't change too much for our bees. I mean, it makes it a little bit more swarmy, but it's not like it's really necessary. But either way, look, it really just, I can't get over how much I like it. It's just beautiful. That was the worst bee impression. I say bee impression. It's not like, oh, I was over in bee country, and you know what they're like, all buzz buzz and no buzz buzz. You know, it's not like it's a language like you can communicate in that you can actually do an impression, you know. It's not like you can be bad at going buzz. Nobody's bad at going buzz. So I don't even know what I'm really talking about. That was a fantastic bee impression, because bees go buzz. And if I said buzz, then clearly that is spot on. But I am saying if you get turned into a bee, I mean, kind of sucks, you know. There are definitely better things to be, because bees are quite sort of liked, almost adorable insects, honestly, because they're really fluffy, which is, of course, the cuter version of fluffy. Just making sure we've got everything that I want from here, and I believe that we have indeed. So, unleash the bees! Unleash the bees! Good old bees. And we've got the split shot. So I guess the bees all explode into more bees as they go along. Yep, there we go. They're the bees. What angel room did we have for us? Not a great one. Definitely could have been better there. So if I just chill here with our bees, are we all good? Is that it? They're still going. I had time to swap back, so I'm just going to kind of just sit here while the bees annihilate everything. It's like just a weird biblical level apocalypse that I am inducing upon my foes here. It really is. Holy hell. This is just fantastic. You can't stop the bees. In fact, they're kind of like mutant bees, because apparently they're impregnating with their young and everything that they're attacking, because, you know, when they die, it explodes out of you, and that is one of the weirdest adaptations that insects have come up with. It really is. Look, I get it. You know, I get it. If you're a tarantula hawk moth, you're a mean-ass motherfucker. You're a wasp the size of somebody's hand, nearly. You're a big, bad wasp, you know. You walk along the street going, who's bad? I'm bad. And you're really cool. You're doing it in slow motion. But I want to know what the board meeting was like when a bunch of you hawky bastards got round and went, alright, team, we need a better way of propagating our young, okay? You know, we're badass motherfuckers, we know that. We're cool, we're dangerous, our sting is painful as hell, but we need a better way to ensure the survival of our race. That's what we need. Look at it. Alright, so what I am going to do, and something I did want to do, is actually swap to Continuum. And then we still get ourselves the swarm. But then what happens is we get ourselves this little sort of hover border around the room, which I really like as a nice little touch. It's definitely less bee, but I like to imagine it's exploded and then all of the syringes have got like stabbed into the wall, you know? But now that I've noticed the bees, I'm not entirely sure which one I prefer. I think they both definitely have their own merits here. And I do like that it starts up, like, it has this sort of slow moment and then it goes and really kicks up when we start doing this as we border the room with syringes. Like, why does this happen? Why, when we get the item that means our tears can go forever, do they ironically go for less distance, you know? Isn't that very, very curious? I definitely think so, and I'm very excited to see how the hush does here. So yeah, you're tarantula and you're in a meeting, and then somebody, you know, puts their little insecty hand up and goes, "Excuse me." That was a good one! Wait, no, wasps. Well, wasps do buzz, but it's, you know, just the sound of their wings. Actually, that's a good point. We say that bees and such go buzz, right? but that's just the sound of them moving. You know, that's just the sound that they make while getting from A to B. It's the sound of their wings. It's not like bees are actually going round using their mouth parts, constantly going really hard and loud while they're, you know, driving towards you in the little Beamer-mobile, apparently, because they drive now. You know, they're not making that sound. It's just a byproduct of their wings. So why the naming convention? Surely then, by that logic, we should say that horses go clip-clop. You know, or humans go sound of foot standing on pavement sound. You know, surely that should be the naming convention. I feel like we have some multiple standards here that I'm just not sure I agree with. And as an advocate for equality in the animal kingdom when relative to human-induced names, I will not stand for this. Okay, I know loads of animals, and if they could talk, I bet they would tell me, please let me go, I'm sick of you. And I would not respect that because they're mine. I am a human and they are an animal, and they will do as I say. Granted, this took a turn for the weird here. I say that, it's one of my Isaac videos. Well, what was anybody expecting going into this? I mean, we are making a swarm of bees here. Alright, let's see how the bees handle the hush. Yeah, your hawk moths, your hawk wasps even, are in the area having a meeting and they're like, alright, how do we better ensure the survival of our eggs? I can't speak today. And then Frankie the wasp puts his hand up over in the corner and goes, I have an idea. How about, and stay with me here, how about we put our eggs inside, alright, I'm liking this so far, inside the body. Oh, Frank, every time! No, listen, I'm just saying, you are a psychopath, Frank! Just because we don't have the infrastructure to have a proper legal system and jailing system to put psychopath members of our WAS community in jail does not mean you can abuse the fact, okay, we know you are literally a serial wasper, but we can't do anything about it. But please stop suggesting, no, listen. You know those dickhead tarantulas that constantly get all up in our turf? You know, I got to that point, we don't like those tarantulas. Yeah, well, what we do, we sting them. Alright, Steve. Alright, get aggressive, that's fine. We sting them, okay? And then they'll go unconscious, okay? And then we take their corpse and we insert... Oh, Steve, please, come on! Not in front of the children! No. Steve. Other Steve. A lot of wasps called Steve. Listen, alright? We take their corpse and we put our eggs in their body. It's not even a corpse because they're unconscious. In their body, and then we just walk away. We let them wake up. And then our babies will hatch and eat their way out. Oh, Steve! Steve! What have you been watching on WAS TV? Hang on, Jim. He's got an idea there. No one would think to look inside a tarantula for our babies. I mean, that's true. Maybe we should conduct a test? I was hoping you'd say that. Here's what I brought. Oh, Steve, you brought an unconscious tarantula into work. Come on, Steve. Where am I going with all of this? But seriously, the idea to have your young by implanting them inside the body of another animal and letting them hatch out in a brutal display of animal savagery, that is kind of hardcore. It really is. Alright, hopefully I can actually kill the delirium here before I get completely and utterly killed. I think my swarm of infinite bees is definitely going to work out here. Also, guys, let me know what you'd like to see from future Synergy Labs. I know I asked about the fly thing, but I'd like to know more and more. I might actually die here, just because while this is an amazing synergy, it doesn't really kill things very precisely and just kind of generally swarms. But we might do... almost, kind of, yeah, things going mental, looking good. Do I even take damage anymore? No, we did it. Awesome. Goodbye, delirium. Goodbye. Remember the bees, everyone. Like if you enjoyed this, subscribe for more, and I will see you next time. Oh, goodbye.